How's it going, gamer? You got Hands here, and today in Dauntless we're gonna go over a pretty awesome build for the repeaters, so get ready. Right here we got some footage of the repeaters build that I'll be showing you in a little bit. It's really awesome. It's got some solid damage, it's got some great attack speed buffs, and you want to make sure you avoid getting hit, obviously, because you want to maintain that predator buff too. There's a few repeater builds out there, but this one's pretty solid, guys. Check it out, and you want to make sure you want to level up your different elemental barrels too, depending on your situation, to maximize your damage. Don't forget about that too. So don't forget to optimize your build by using the lantern tap that gives you the 30+ increased damage for 6 seconds. Use it when you have like your full bore active, or you granted yourself some decent attack speed. Go ahead and use it at the most optimum time to increase your damage. Don't forget about that. I'm going to go ahead and let you finish watching the rest of this battle, but in case you want to skip straight to the build, it's at 1 minute and 38 seconds. But I suggest you check this battle out because it's pretty epic. I got an S+ ranking and beat him in like 3 minutes. I did make a few mistakes, but hey, it's a great example to show how epic this build is. What is up, gamer? We're gonna go over this pretty awesome repeaters build for the basic repeaters, not the twin suns, that works pretty good in all areas. It's pretty meta and it's pretty dope. So what you want to do is get your Ostian Repeaters, and you're gonna want to put a +3 molten cell in there, and then a +3 agility cell. And as for your barrel, choose what you want depending on your battle. And then for the skill, I like to use full bore. That is a lot of damage. Other people like to choose salvo, but I and a few other YouTubers think full bore does the best damage. And next, Captain's Grip, so you can get that 20 increased attack speed for yourself and your other slayers if it's empowered. And then the secret weapon here is Extraction Catalyst. You reduce both ability cooldowns by 2 seconds when dodging through a behemoth attack. And believe it or not, it's pretty beneficial, even for damage and everything else, because you'll be using your Captain's Grip and your full bore a lot more than you think. And then for the prism, there's many of them, but Searing Prism is the most damage based one, next to Eclipse Prism. And then as for your helmet, use Drask's helmet, and then you're going to want to put a +3 rage cell on there. And for the chest piece, you want to use Mantle of Thorns. That's Kashai's chest piece that has a +3 predator, and we're going to put a +3 conduit cell on there. And then for the arms, you want to use Hellplate Bracers. That's from Helion. That has a +3 molten, and we're going to put a +3 Rage Hunter on there. For the feet, the Stride of Thorns. That's Kashai's feet. That has a +3 predator, and we'll also put a +3 conduit on there. And like I always say, the best lantern in the game, Drask's Eye. Why? Because it does that +3 increased damage for 6 seconds on the tap. And then you're going to want to put a +3 Etheric Tumen in there. And then all together, that gives us a +3 Etheric Tumen, which increases our lantern charge attacks, and a +6 conduit, which increases our attack speed. So those blend together, which increase our damage and our attack speed, and it's really nice. And then next is we get a +6 molten, which increases our attack speed further. We all know repeaters need a lot of help with attack speed, and not to mention it increases your movement speed and burning. Next, you get a +6 Predator, which gives us +35% damage when we're not getting hit. And then a +6 Rage Hunter, 40% damage when the behemoth is enraged. So, I mean, just imagine those two stacked while the behemoth is raged. It's really nice. And then you can't help but have this mobility cell. You can use agility, you can use nimble, fleet-footed. It's whatever you prefer. This is optional. I mean, I like agility. I think it works great. I think nimble is great too because it restores stamina when you're dodging through behemoth attacks. But all in all, that's this one's all up to you. But right here is what we have, is a really good build for repeaters. It increases our attack speed, it increases our movement speed, and it increases our damage. And you can deviate a little bit, but this is probably the best you're going to get, depending on what kind of build you're going for. And I really hope you enjoy this build. Alright, gamer, I hope you like this video and you're able to make this build. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, comment down below, and hit that bell for notification. This is Hands signing out.